Hey, what's up, coaches? What's going on? Coach Tim here with another video. And before we get in this video, do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to my channel. It allows me to be able to reach more phenomenal youth football coaches like yourself. So I would really appreciate that. So with this video, guys, it's a little different from what I normally do. And I think this topic is so important because it doesn't get talked about a lot. I actually never seen a video on this, but I think it's very important to talk about what do you do as a head coach if someone passes away or if tragedy happens in your football program. I decided to create this video, guys, and I'm going to open up a little bit about two things that has happened the last 2 years of me coaching. 2 years ago, I lost my nephew tragically, excuse me, in an accident. And so that was really hard for me as a coach. And, I found out just a couple hours before I had a football practice. And so that was really hard for me. And then last year, we lost an assistant coach, actually my right-hand guy, who was also my best friend. And so he was a young guy, and he passed away from sickle cell. So I dealt with two tragic things, within a 2-week period of time. And so when you a 2-year period of time. So when you deal with tragedy like that, you gain a lot of experience as to how to deal with it. And so I hope, guys, you never have to deal with any kind of tragedy in your program, but I want you to be prepared. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the first thing you do if someone passes away in your program is you want to become the biggest supporter of the family. Okay, you want to be the biggest supporter. And what I mean by that is you need to, let's just say in my situation, I lost my assistant coach. So immediately what I did was I consulted his son. I consulted both of his sons, because both of them was on my football team as players. And then I consulted his girlfriend. And so I literally kind of became a crutch for them and an emotional source for them. And I became available 24 hours if they ever wanted to talk to me or anything like that. I became available. So I wasn't a coach anymore, per se. I had to be family, and I had to be that direct support. So you don't want to separate yourself from the family. You want to make yourself available to the family as much as possible because they're going to need your support, especially if you got kids on the team who lost their dad, which was my case. My assistant coach had 2 boys on my team, starting on my team, as a matter of fact. And so that was extremely hard. And, of course, the kids took a break for about 3 weeks before they came back. And, even with that, they wasn't the same players. They were all-star players, but they just wasn't there for the rest of the season. But that was okay. You just wanted to let them know that you love them and you care about them, okay? All right, number 2. So you want to listen to the family, and you want to honor their privacy or their request, okay? And here's what I mean by this, guys. You don't want to just do this big fundraiser and, share it all on social media if they want privacy, right? If that family don't want anybody to, really, be around and they want their own privacy, honor that. Don't just do something out of the kindness of your heart, but the family isn't for it. So please be mindful of that. Talk to the family. Ask for their permission to do something before you do it. If not, you can do more damage than good, even though your conscience, and your intentions were pure. Okay. And number three, don't be afraid to take a break from football, okay? And let me tell you what I mean by that. Don't be afraid to take a week off or talk to the league office or league director and request that your game get moved to the back end of the season. That's something that I had to do. I didn't do it last year. I did it the year before. And it was just helpful. You know, me losing my nephew, that was really hard. It really hit my family hard. And so they just, they canceled the game for that week. And they just moved it on the backside of the season. I think they made it like the last game of the season for us. And so talk to your league office about doing that. And listen, sometimes, depending on what happens, if you need to shut it down for the year, don't be afraid to do that. You know what I mean? If it's hurting your program bad, in a bad way, don't be afraid to cancel it for the season. But last year, it was huge for us to just kind of come together as a family. Our team got stronger. And I hate that we got stronger under those circumstances, but our team really became a family after we lost our coach. And I mean, we was really unstoppable, and we was playing with a purpose, which was phenomenal for us. And so yeah, don't be afraid to take a break, guys. All right, number 4, and this kind of goes into what I was saying a few minutes ago. Rally your team and stay positive. So I guess one of my gifts as a coach is, I'm a motivator, and I can be real motivational. So, we rallied our team around our assistant coach, and we said that, hey, we was going to do this for Coach Drew. And that's what we did in every single game. We had chants, we had different things that we did to honor Coach Drew. And I mean, we made shirts, we made flags, we made posters, we made the car stickers and the helmet stickers. We did all kind of stuff just to rally around our coach, who was ride or die with me for 3 years, and was phenomenal. And really, he was getting to the point where I was training him to be able to be a head coach. So it was just unfortunate. But his passing wasn't in vain. It really made our team closer and made us more of a family. And so, guys, the last thing is, don't be afraid to create a special award at the end of the season, or even like a scholarship for the person who passed away. And again, make sure it's okay with the family before you do this, okay? Because you don't want to offend anyone, okay? So something we did last year is that we made a scholarship fund and an award actually for our coach. So that's something we presented for the first time last year, and it was phenomenal, man. It was really phenomenal. A lot of people got emotional about it. Another thing I want to just kind of talk about real quick is that throughout the season, we did different events to get the team to draw the team together and really feed into that family feel. And I had a phenomenal team, Mom. So we did a lot of barbecues and a lot of just team get-togethers, just to make sure everybody's okay. And so that's something else that you may want to do. All right. So guys, that's it for this video. As you can probably tell, this is really difficult for me to make this video, but I think it's necessary, and I think it's going to help you guys. And if you got value out of this video, guys, again, please like it, subscribe, and hit that notification button. It allows me to just get out there more, man. And I want this is like one of the most important videos I ever done. And so I want as many coaches as possible to be able to watch this video and be able to have an action plan in place if anything, like this happens in their program. All right, coaches, I really appreciate you guys. If you need anything, feel free to shoot me a message, all right? Peace.